A vulnerability scanner is a tool that will look for vulnerabilities or weaknesses on the systems that live on your network, and it's very important to your IT security team's risk management approach. Basically making sure that all applications and systems are up to date so that there's no, threats that can make their way into your network. Something is deemed vulnerable when it hasn't had an update in an extended period of time and a manufacturer has released an update that the system may not have downloaded and installed at that time. That's one of the most common ways that a device or system is vulnerable. There are also additional ways, such as the ports on a machine that can be left open, and attackers can utilize those and get access to the system that way. So it's just one of the few ways that the device can be vulnerable. The tool that we use is a continuous vulnerability scanner that is always looking out for new devices and computers on the network and just making sure that applications and software on them are up to date. And it gives us the capability to, if we notice one of these applications, let's say it's Zoom or something like that, is out of date, requires an update, we can remotely push that update to the end user's PC, whether that be after hours or during the day, and get that taken care of for them. With this whole COVID work from home thing that went on, everybody started working remote, whether that be part-time or full-time, and they used applications like Zoom or your WebEx meetings just to get work done throughout the day when you're not in the office. And now with COVID kind of winding down and people returning to the office, what we're finding is a lot of these applications that were used daily remote are kind of sitting on these end users' PCs, not being updated, not being patched, and with that comes vulnerabilities, just because people forget that they're on there if they don't use them for an extended period of time, and it's definitely something that we want to focus on patching and taking care of. So just because you're not using an application doesn't mean there's no risk associated with that, because it's still living on your PC, it's still out of date, and if an attacker gains access to your system, they can exploit that. So it's very important to make sure that all applications are either removed from the system if they're not in use, or if you plan on using them in the future, that they're updated. If an organization is looking to get an IT scan done for vulnerabilities on their network, the first thing they should do is reach out to an IT professional and kind of discuss options that are available to them.